Let's review how to download cancel policies through Progressive. Now, first of all, you're going to log into Progressive and then you're going to go to Manage Policies. You're going to select Policy Activity. All the companies have the same system, the same process, the same format. You just have to find it, but I'm showing you exactly where to go so it could be easy. Now, under Select Report, you're going to select Cancel Lapse Notices. And then under select date range, you're going to select either most likely just today, for example, because you're going to do this every single day. So let's just do today, and then we'll come back and we'll put maybe a month worth of cancel policies. And you're going to go to get policies. Now, there's always going to be a list: cancel, send, lapse notice, cancel policies, lapse policies, cancel, resigned, non-renewals. So I'm going to show you exactly which ones you need to do. So we're going to go to export report, and then it's going to allow you to select which one. So to keep it basic, the cancel send and the cancel policies are going to be the same thing. So lapse notice is going to be the same as lapse policies. Okay, so it's easy. We're just going to go to cancel policies, lapse policies, which is technically the same thing, and then non-renewal. Technically, these non-renewals, they decided not to renew the policy. Progressive decided not to renew the policy, so most likely those policies expired. So you're going to choose these three. Once again, cancel policy, lapse policies, non-renewals, and you're going to export. And it's going to open up in Excel, just the same as any other company. Then you're going to select the Excel. It's going to open up a list. Okay, in this case, I believe there weren't any policies. So let's go back real fast, and then let's just look at it. Okay, lapse, no cancel policies. So there's no cancel policies. Okay, so let's just go back and reselect the dates. So policy activity. That's why I usually do 30 days. So at least I know for sure there's going to be a few leads just to show you. And every day you would check. If there's nothing, then you don't do anything. So let's go to get policy activity, cancel policies. There's nothing. Non-renewal. There's nothing. Lapse policies. There's only two. So just to make it easier, let's just go one more time, just so I can show you the process. We're going to go to policy activity. We're just going to select a date range. We're just going to select September to today. So there you go. So now we have go cancel. Here we go. Cancel. So September all the way to today. So cancel policies. So there you go. So now as you can see, there's a few. Okay, there may not be a lot, but now let's go ahead and continue the process. So let's export the information. We're gonna go with cancel policies, lapse policies, and non-renewal. Now let's open up the Excel. Now, as you can see, now there's a few policies. Progressive is going to be a company that we're not going to have a lot of cancel policies because we don't have a lot of policies on our books. So it's going to be a few, maybe a few a month. So you're going to check it every day. You may not have a lot of cancel policies for the majority of the month. But once again, let's fix it so everything could be in order so we could transfer over. Now, don't forget, and I'm reviewing this on every single company, the format that we have is the customer's name, policy number, phone number, cancellation date. So all of them have to have that same order. Now, Progressive, it has the full name, and then it has the last name and the first name. So let's just delete the last and first name and the initials because we really don't need those three. We're just going to keep the full name. And then after that, we have the policy number, which is the same order. And then we have the term. You don't need the term, so you could delete this one. And then you have the phone number one. Then you have phone number 2 and email transaction, that could be deleted as well. Process, you don't need all of those. So the only thing that you're going to keep is you're going to keep the effective date, and then you have minimum due, balance due, product, agency, state. You don't need all of these, so we're going to delete them. And then reason, type, cancel policy report, lapse, non-renewal. So you could leave these. The only thing is this is going to be under, it's going to fall under the notes. So you need to add 2 columns in between the cancellation date and the notes so it could be in order. So now all you're going to do is just copy and paste. So now that everything's in order, copy and paste. And everything falls under the same order. As you can see, Progressive, for some reason they have the H, I guess, for the home. So just delete it. You're going to have to delete that manually, because if not, if you transfer it over, it's not going to dial because of that. So just either way, I'm showing you everything that you need to do per company, just in case a company like Progressive is different. So at least if you're working on Progressive, you know exactly what you need to do. So you're going to copy and paste the number 1 so we could count the leads. So there's a total of 4 leads. You have it in the right order. So now what you would have to do is, if there's a lot of them, once again, Progressive, we're going to have very low amount per month, maybe just a couple per month. So just make sure there's no duplicates, and you would be able to call them. So set them up on the dialer and call them. So let's review this once again. Progressive is pretty simple. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to go through the process a lot faster, especially since we know that we need to go back maybe a little bit over a month to get more leads. So let's do it one more time. You're going to go to Manage My Policies, Policy Activity. You're going to select the Cancel Lapse Notices. You're most likely going to select today, every single day, but for the sake of the example, we're going to choose August actually, and then we're going to choose today's date. So at least we have a couple months worth of leads. And then you're going to go to Export Report, and you're going to select the cancel policies, lapse policies, and non-renewal. The other 3 are technically the same as the 3 that we're selecting. It's just, I guess, they mail a cancel notice, so then it shows up, but still not canceled at that moment. So technically the cancel and the lapse notice, those will be more of late payments pretty much. So let's go to the export option. It's going to open up an Excel option. Now, as you can see, you have a little bit more. So once again, you need to set it up in the right order. I'll keep it very easy, and you get used to this. We're gonna delete the ones that we don't need. So we're gonna delete the names, the first, middle, last name. We're gonna delete the email, the transaction process, phone number actually, phone number number 2, all the way to process. You're gonna delete all of those. You don't need those. And then you're gonna delete everything except the last one, which is the notes. And then you're just gonna add 2. You're gonna insert 2 columns, since you need to keep 2 of them to keep the same order. So now you have customer's name, policy number. You need to delete the term, by the way, phone number, and then you have the effective date. So now you copy and paste. So it's very easy. So literally, it's gonna take you not more than a minute or 2 minutes to be able to download it. So maybe 5 minutes, and 5 minutes, that should be more than enough for you to set it up on your Google folder. Then you're just going to copy and paste the information. Probably the most difficult part with Progressive, which once again, since you're only going to have 1 or 2 policies here and there, it's not going to make a difference, but just deleting that H for the home phone number, since if you don't delete it, you're not going to be able to call them. The dialer is not gonna dial. So once again, look at what I'm doing. Probably this is gonna take longer than the actual process of downloading the leads. So you're gonna delete these. Then you're going to add the 1. Don't forget, I'm going to add the 1 as soon as I'm done. And then you're going to check for duplicates by setting the column E in alphabetical order so you could check to see if there's duplicates. Since I downloaded the same ones twice, you're going to see duplicates, and I did it on purpose so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I deleted the letter, so now I'm just going to copy the 1, and then I'll just highlight the rest that I need to add a 1. So there you go. So now it calculated a total of 17. Now you're going to go to the column E. You're going to set it up in alphabetical order, and you're going to go through the process to see if you see duplicates. As you can see, there's Hugo. It's a duplicate. You could just select the number on the left side and just delete the row. That's probably the easiest way. And you could do it per duplicate. So just delete it. So you would go through the whole list. Once again, with progressive, you're probably just going to have maybe 4, probably even less a month. So it's going to be very easy to keep everything organized. So as soon as you're done, then you're ready to upload them to the dialer or call them manually, depending on the option that you're doing. If progressive is probably going to be manually, it's easier just to call 5, 6 phone numbers manually versus having to download them and load them into the dialer.